Good afternoon to all. So today in this lecture we are going to study our second chapter from the syllabus, which includes SCADA, DAS and HMI concepts. Okay. So first of all we are going to see what is SCADA. Okay. As we already know that SCADA is a acronym that stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. Okay. So it basically collects data from various sensors at a factory or a plant or in other remote locations and then send this data to a central computer which then manages and control the data. Okay, so SCADA systems are used not only industrial process, for example steel making or power generation and distribution, but also in some experimental facilities such as nuclear fusion. Okay, the size of such plants range from a few what you call thousand to several 10,000 input and output channels. So size of the plant is very huge. So however, SCADA systems evolve rapidly and are now penetrating the market of plants with a number of input output channels. So basically it's increasing rapidly day by day. Advancement and technologies in SCADA systems are being implemented, researches and development are being done day by day. So definition of SCADA. So what is a SCADA means according to the book, by the book. So a collection of equipment that will provide an operator at remote location with enough information to determine the status of a particular piece of a equipment or entire substation and cause actions to take place regarding the equipment or network. Okay, so this is the definition of SCADA. Okay, you can go through it in deep if you want. Okay, so what is SCADA basically? We are going to study about the SCADA, its working applications, necessity, advantages, disadvantages. Okay, so what is the SCADA or SCADA? So by collecting information from plant or load center, bend reducing it to the EMs. Okay, where control center both at plant and load, and why? So to gather information like voltage, current, frequency, power, circuit breaker status, and to perform online actions. Okay, so basically in this paragraph they have given how SCADA is used, means how SCADA works, where it is worked, okay, and why it's being used. Okay, so SCADA systems are used to monitor or to control chemical or transport processes in municipal water supply systems. Okay, or to control electric power generation, then transmission and distribution, also gas and oil pipelines and other processes which are disturbed. Okay, distributed process. So SCADA achieves this requirement collecting reliable field data through remote terminal units. Okay, there are different units at the remote locations from where this SCADA takes all the information, and also intelligent electric devices, that is IEDs, and presenting them to the user requirement. The user interface to the man machine interface provides various options of data presentation, so according to specific application and user needs. So there are many parts of working SCADA system. Okay, a SCADA system usually includes signal hardware input and both output, then controllers, then networks, then user interface, which is HMI, human machine interface, for example ATM. Okay, communications, experiment equipment and software, etc. So altogether the term SCADA refers to the entire central system. The central system usually monitors data from various sensors that are earlier in close proximity or they are off-site. Okay, so basically we know that SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. It also refers to a system that collects data from various sensors at a factory or in the remote locations. Okay, so different examples are steel making, power generation, also experimental facilities like nuclear fusion, etc. So different systems similar to SCADA systems, okay, are seen in factories or various treatment plants that are also called as distributed control systems, that is DCS. Okay, so they have similar functions to SCADA system, but the field data gathering or control units are usually located with a more confined area than that of SCADA. So communications may be via local area network or LAN and will normally be reliable and high speed. Okay, so a DCS system usually employs significant amount of closed loop control. As its name is distributed control system, so it implies closed loop control. And SCADA systems, on the other hand, generally cover large geographical areas, okay, and rely on a variety of communication systems that are normally less reliable than a LAN. Okay, so LAN is more reliable in case of DCS. So closed loop control in this situation is less desirable, which is not required in case of SCADA. So SCADA comes under the branch of instrumentation engineering basically, and it is used for controlling and monitoring chemical or transport process and can be used in a factory environment such as electric power generation and other distributed process. Okay, so you can see here evolution of SCADA, how the SCADA evolved from 1890s to 2000. Okay, so in 1890s remote control and remote indication were there. After that, after 20 years or 30 years, telecommand and control are were present. Then check before operation and which are based on electromechanical technology were evolved. Then supervisory control systems evolved. After that, data acquisition systems came into being. Then load dispatch center and control. After that, in 1990s, energy control center came into existence, and in 2000s, energy management system. Okay, so objectives are SCADA. There are different objectives or goals of a SCADA. First one is monitoring. So continuous monitoring of the parameter of voltage, current, etc. Then measurement of variables for processing, and then data acquisition. So frequent acquisition of data from remote terminal units and data loggers or sensors or phasor data, concentrator, etc. Next one is data communication is the for the objective of SCADA. So transmission and receiving of large amount of data from field to control centers. Okay, that is what SCADA needs to do. Then control, so online real-time control for closed loop and open loop process. Okay, and then last one is automation, so automatic task of switching of transmission lines, then circuit breakers, etc. So there are different benefits of SCADA which are discussed below. So continuous time monitoring or process. Okay, then real time control, we can, as you can see here, we can control the switching of transmission lines, circuit breakers, etc. Then automation and protection, then remote control and operation. Okay, these are the four benefits of SCADA. Then the important functions of SCADA. First one we are all know, that is data acquisition, then information display, okay, then supervisory control, hmm? then alarm processing, then information storage, and then creating the reports, then sequence of event acquisition like data acquisition, then data calculation, then special RTU processing or control. Okay, so different functions are there of SCADA. Now, applications of SCADA we are going to have a look. So, SCADA is not a specific technology as we all know, but a type of application. Okay, SCADA, any application that gets data about a system in order to control that system is called as a SCADA application. That is a simple definition. Okay, so SCADA has two elements: the process, okay, or the system that need to be monitored and controlled. First one is the process or the systems. Then a network of intelligent devices that will interface with the first system through sensors and then control outputs. Okay. So this network, which is SCADA system, gives the ability to measure and control specific elements of the first systems. Okay. So that is what the two different specification or application has two elements. Okay, so now usage of applications of SCADA, you can see here. SCADA can be used to manage any kind of equipment. Okay, so these are used to automatically or automate complex industrial process where human control is difficult. For example, in systems where there are more control factors unable to be managed by operators in a control center. For example, there are different domains. So electric power generation, SCADA is being used. Transmission also SCADA is used, and distribution also SCADA is being used. Okay, so these are in this domain. SCADA is used to detect the current flow and line voltage, also to monitor the operation of circuit breakers, and to take selections of the power grid online or offline. Okay, then water and sewage. Okay, state bodies or municipal water bodies use SCADA to monitor and regulate water flow, reservoir levels, pipe pressure, and other factors. Okay, so this application of SCADA, you can see here, reservoir levels. So different RTU remote terminal units are installed in the dam or near the river in order to sense the level of the dam or river. Okay, how much it is filled. So it shows the accurate reading. Then buildings, facilities, and environments. Okay, like high voltage air conditioning, then refrigeration units, then lighting and NT systems, etc. Also, in case of manufacturing domain, SCADA is being used. SCADA, okay, manages parts inventories for just-in-time manufacturing and other quality control. Okay, and then mass transit. So, transit authorities use SCADA to regulate electricity to subways, then also trams, and then to trolleys, and then buses. So, also to automate traffic signals for rail systems, to track and locate trains and buses. Okay, and to control railroad crossing gates. Okay, and then traffic signals. So, SCADA regulates traffic lights and then controls traffic flow and then detects out of order signals. Okay, so as I told earlier, SCADA can be used for a real-time monitoring and control using, okay, for different processes. So it acquire quantitative measurements immediately and over time. Then also it detects and diagnose and then correct problems as soon as they arise. Then it measure trends over time and prepare reports and charge of the process. Then discover and eliminate bottlenecks over time and improve the efficiency of the process. Also, it has the ability to control large and complex processes with a few specialized staff. So staff is not much required because it is automation. So SCADA provides the facility to fine tune the operators experiential knowledge in the system. Okay, sensors can be placed at every critical point in the process to be managed and controlled. As I told earlier, in case of dams and rivers, sensors are placed on the top of the structure in order to detect the level of the dam or river, also to detect the rainfall. Okay, so SCADA technology improves. As SCADA technology improves, more sensors can be placed to improve efficiency. And also, SCADA has the ability to view the operation of large power process in real time through the software. Then you have, I think you have learned about this GIS, okay, Geographical Information System, is one such software widely used in electric power applications. With such availability, if it is possible to correct errors and diagnostics. So, for every complex or very complex manufacturing process, then large electrical plants, you can have a eagle eye view of every event while it's happening, and that means you have a knowledge base from which to correct errors and then improve efficiency. So with SCADA you can do more at very less cost, providing a direct increase in profitability. Okay, so SCADA has four functions like objectives we have seen. First one is data acquisition, then networked data communication, then data presentation, and last one is controlled. Okay, these functions are performed by four kinds of SCADA components. Okay, data acquisition required sensors and control relays that directly interface with the managed system. So sensors may be analog or digital. Then RTUs for network data communications. These are small computerized units deployed in the field at specific sites and locations. Okay, so it serves as local collection points for gathering reports from sensors and then delivering commands to control relays. Then SCADA master units for data presentation. So these are larger computer consoles that serve as central process for the SCADA system. So master unit provides a human interface to the system and automatically regulate the managed system in responsible to the sensor inputs. And last one is communication network. So that it connects the SCADA master unit to the RTU in the field. Okay, you can see here four equipments are required or four components are required for functioning of this SCADA. So in the next lecture we are going to see the this functioning in detail. Okay, so till then if you have any doubt you can ask and do watch the video, and I will put this PDF into the Teams you have our channel of automation and control lecture. Go through it. Okay, till then take care, goodbye and have a nice day.